Welcome back everyone. In this lesson we are going to be going over materials inside of Unity. Materials define how an object looks in the game. They can define the texture of the object, the color, the reflectiveness, how transparent it is. In the example to the right, what we have is three different materials. Now, a material in Unity is an asset that takes on the properties of something called a shader. A shader is a bunch of code that you can write which defines how the game engine renders an object on your screen. It takes into consideration the viewing angle, the lighting, and a bunch of other properties such as color, texture, runs that object through a specific shader, and presents what it looks like to your screen. Unity has their own standard shader, which is what we'll be using, and that allows us to change many different things. We can add textures, color, transparency, emission, a bunch of other features that is included on Unity's standard shader. On the example to the right here, we have three different materials that are being used to create the cars. We have the wheel material, which is using the Unity standard shader and a car texture. Then we have the blue car material, which is using another car texture, a blue color tint, and a custom bodywork shader that they have created. And yeah, let's hop into Unity now and create our first material. Okay, so what we want to do is go to the assets folder here, and I'm going to right click and create a new folder. So I'm going to right click, go create, folder, and I'm going to call this folder materials. We can double click to open that folder, and inside here I'm going to right click, go create, and I can then select material to create a brand new material. For this material I'm just going to call it my material, and we have this material created now, and on the right hand side inside of this inspector we can see all of the properties that we can change. We can change the color by selecting this little color box here. You can change what the material looks like, and as you can see down here is a preview. We can click and drag this up to have a look at the preview here. So we can change the color, we can change how metallic it is, we can change the smoothness, we can change many things. We can apply textures, emission, if you have a texture you can then do tiling and offset of that texture, and a bunch of other stuff as well. Now if we look up here where it says shader, we can select which shader we want to use on this material. So I can select shader here, and you can see there is a bunch. Unity does come with a bunch of different shaders that we can use. Most of the shaders are specific for one certain aspect. There's shaders for particles, for UI, for skyboxes, for sprites. So we can go through, maybe select one. Let's go unlit and color, and this will create a solid color that we can choose right here. We don't want this, so let's actually switch back to the standard shader by clicking right here. And now how do we apply a shader to a model? Well, to do that I'm just going to first of all change the color here to red, and then we can drag this material asset onto whatever model we want in the scene. So I can click, I can let go, and as you can see this capsule now has the material. If you don't want to drag and drop materials on, we can actually select the model, and in the inspector under the mesh renderer component here we can open up the little materials tab and just set this material here by clicking on the circle and selecting whatever sort of material we want from here. So we have material applied. Now let's actually look through how these materials work and how we can change them to make them look like whatever we want. So first of all I'm going to right click here, I'm going to create a new 3D sphere. I can probably move it over here, and now let's create another new material. So I'm going to right click, go create, I'm going to go material, and I'm just going to call this one our sphere material. I'm going to drop and drag it onto here. We can't see it yet because it is white. It is the exact same as the default shader, but if we change the albedo color here to, let's just say, a yellow or a green, we'll change it to a green, you can see that it looks green. Let's begin with the metallic slider. This determines how metallic the object looks like, how sort of metally it looks like. If we increase it more, you can see that it's starting to look more like a metal green ball. We can make that really less metallic or more. The smoothness determines when light hits this object, how much reflection is there. If the smoothness is on 0, then the light will hit it, and there won't really be any reflections applied to this. If we bring the smoothness up and more, you can see that it starts to actually reflect the skybox outside surrounding it. We can zoom in, we can see that yes, this is the skybox because the light from the sky is bouncing on this sphere here, and reflecting off. We can increase the metallic level then to make it even more prominent. And so this kind of looks like a very metallic mirror ball almost. And if we change the color to white, you can see that this does indeed start to look very, very reflective. But let's just say you want a texture on something. Well, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to right click, I'm going to go 3D object, and I'm going to create a plane. Now a plane is basically just one big flat model here. It's just one flat face. We can maybe bring this down here, maybe make it a bit bigger. Let's set the scale to maybe 3 by 3 by 3, so it's pretty large. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click here, go create, new material, and I'm going to call this material our ground. Now if you download the include project files, then you should be able to drag in a folder called textures, and inside of this folder here we have a stone texture, as you can see here, and we also have a normal map, and this sort of determines how light behaves when it hits it. It can add more depth and make it seem like the object is actually there interacting with your world. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go back to my assets folder here, go materials, click on my ground, and I'm just going to drag and drop it on like so. To add a texture to a material, where it says albedo, I can click on the little circle to the left, and I'm going to select our stone underscore textures texture like so. And as you can see, we now have that texture applied fairly quickly. I'm going to bring the smoothness right down to 0 so it looks a bit more like stone. And we can actually set then the tiling as well. So down here in tiling and offset, I can increase the X to basically add more tiles, and the Y as well to increase more along the Y. I'm going to probably set this to 2 by 2 just so there's a couple more bricks there. And the offset pretty much just offsets the texture. So if you do want some sort of scrolling textures, you can affect this in script. But for us, we'll just keep it at 0 for now. We can also apply a normal map. These aren't necessary, but if you do want to make your textures look a bit better, you can do so. So we can click on the little circle here next to normal map, and I'm going to select this stones underscore normal. It will sort of reload, and as you can see, these stones now look like they have a bit more depth and sort of reflect with the light a bit better. You might see that it says this texture is not marked as a normal map, and that is because when you import a normal map, you kind of do have to mark it as a normal map so it knows. So we can just simply click on fix now, and it will be fixed like so. So there we go. We have our ground material, we have a metal sphere here. In the next lesson, we'll continue on with creating some materials. We'll be looking at transparency and emission. So I'll see you all in the next lesson.